everyone, hope you are doing well. It is so lovely to be live. It has been about a month since I've been live, so I'm really excited to be back. I just felt for a while that I just needed a little sort of break from it. I think that, as with all of us over the last almost 2 years it's been now, hasn't it, since this pandemic started, all of us have just had moments throughout it where we just don't feel ourselves. And I felt like I was completely fine all the way through it, but the last month just didn't feel myself. So I've been doing lots of gentle healing, being really gentle with myself. Of course, been teaching and sharing, as you guys know, but I just took a little bit of a step back from some of the things I do, just to give myself a little bit of space, and it's served me well and it's done me a lot of good. So I hope just by sharing that story it might help some of you guys, but it also just links in really nicely with what we're going to be doing today, which is feel good face yoga. Now, any of you that follow me know that face yoga is amazing for helping our skin to look better. So there's the 5 main aspects of face yoga: the facial exercise, which is the lifting and toning and strengthening. And I should say, by the way, these are the 5 main areas of the Danielle Collins face yoga method, which is my method that I created 17 years ago. I know that not all face yoga integrates these 5 areas, but mine does. So it's the facial exercise, which strengthens and tones and lifts the muscles; the facial massage, which is wonderful for glowing skin. We work with circulation and lymphatic drainage; the acupressure, so applying pressure to certain points on the face, which has lots of wellness benefits and aesthetic benefits too. There's the facial relaxation, so some of the muscles in the face need to be lifted and toned, and others need to be relaxed. We need to let go of the stress and the tension and the overuse of those muscles. And then the 5th area of the Danielle Collins face yoga method is the well-being. And well-being is so important, and this is everything from how we're feeling on the inside, how we speak to ourselves in our mind, the exercise we may do for the body, what we eat, what we drink, how we're sleeping, what our stress levels are like. So my method is very much a holistic method. So we're really going to be focused on that feel good face yoga today. We're going to be looking at all those 5 areas. I'm going to be leading you through a little routine, all of which is inspired from my brand new book, The Face Yoga Journal, which you can see there behind me. So if you're here in the UK, you may have already got your hands on a copy of it. It's available in all good bookshops. You can get it on Amazon as well. And if you're anywhere else in the world, it is ready next Tuesday. So that's official launch date. So just head to Amazon. If anyone needs the link, I can put it in here for you, and you can pre-order it and you'll get it Tuesday. So a lot of the techniques I'm going to show you today are really inspired from that book. Some are going to be techniques that you may already recognize, some will be new. So with all of the techniques, work to your own level with everything. If anything feels uncomfortable, stop and rest. And you want to have clean hands, and ideally you want to have a clean face. If you do have a little bit of the Fusion by Danielle Collins moisturising serum, so the lovely organic, Soil Association certified moisturising serum, pop a little bit of that on. That's going to help with the face yoga. I've got makeup on today. I've got to go straight to a meeting after this, so I will be doing it with makeup on, which usually I wouldn't do. Usually I do it with a really clean face. So we'll be doing face yoga for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to be answering your questions. So if you have any questions, please pop them up on the comments box. And Zena from my team hopefully will be here and helping you and answering questions as we go through anyhow. But if there's any certain techniques you need or anything you need me to answer, please pop it up there. And I'm going to spend sort of about 15 minutes at the end just going through all of your questions. So it's so lovely to be live. Yay, let's get started. So just lengthening through the spine, relaxing the shoulders, and really just grounding your feet down into the floor. Lengthen up through your spine, so almost imagine a string from the top of the head going all the way up to the ceiling, so really lengthening everything. Now, posture is incredibly important with face yoga. We spend a huge amount of time like this. I mean, I know I do, on laptops and phones and with children, but taking our time to really work with our posture helps everything in our body and mind. But when we're talking about the face, it's helping to really lift this area, helping to this area to tone, stopping that fluid accumulation in this area, stopping the lines here. So really think about that posture to get started. And the second thing you want to do to get started is work with your breath. So breathing in through your nose and then out through your nose. So a deep inhalation through the nose and a deep exhalation through the nose. So just take some time to just become a little bit more present now, a little bit more focused. Inhaling, abdomen rises, exhaling, abdomen lowers. So really just tune in for a moment to how you're feeling today. You don't need to judge that feeling, don't try and analyse that feeling, just try to understand how you're feeling in the moment. Breathing in and breathing out, nice and gently. Good. Okay, so now we breathe nice and gently and really acknowledge how we feel. I want you to just stay as present as you can through the class and just try and keep tuning back into that breath. So let's just start off with our forehead area. Let's just wake up the forehead a little bit and release a bit of tension. So again, this technique is from my new book, The Face Yoga Journal, and it's a beautiful technique. So you want to put your hands like this into little knuckles, and we're going to use this area of our finger knuckles. We're going to come just above our eyebrows and we're going to massage. So this works beautifully if you have a little bit of the Pro-Lift Moisturising Serum, and you can just work up nice and gently. Focus on your breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. So I'm massaging and I'm working up. I'll just show you one hand there so you can see, and just working up. And then let's start again. So we're massaging into the muscle. We hold so much tightness and tension in our frontalis muscle. So that's that big muscle at the front of the forehead. So it's really, really important to release tension in it. It stops us getting those horizontal lines. By doing this massage, we're also stimulating some lovely acupressure points as well. So we're helping with reducing stress, reducing anxiety, may also help to reduce headaches as well. So each of the techniques I'm going to show you today are 1 minute each. So even if we don't do a full minute during the class, that's what I want you to do when you're doing it at home. So now you've released a bit of tension, just smoothing across. So just integrating a few techniques from my other book, my first book, Danielle Face Yoga, which I know many of you guys have. So we're just smoothing across, working with the breath, inhaling and exhaling, massaging, releasing that tension. Just instantly start to feel any stress that you're holding this morning, just melting away, thinking about letting go of all of that overexpression and overuse of that muscle. If you want to even try and widen your eyes here a little bit, you can do. And just by widening your eyes like this, it's helping you just to start to use your eye muscles a little bit more, but use your forehead muscle a little bit less. We tend to not use our eye muscles enough, but we tend to sort of overuse our forehead area, and that's what creates those lines. Brilliant. Okay, so let's just use our thumbs now and just gently wake up this little acupressure point just either side of the eyes, just smoothing upwards. This is also very good if you've got crow's feet, just working through that area. Now go back to your breath as well. So breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. So really working with the breath. Grounding your feet down into the floor, thinking again about that posture, lengthening up through the spine. Good. And then just take your 2 fingers and just place them onto your temples. Let's just massage the temples nice and gently. Breathing in and breathing out. So this acupressure point is very good for helping to reduce stress. It's really good if you suffer from not being able to sleep, from insomnia. You can just circle in the other direction. Very good if you suffer from headaches. You can use one finger, but I'm using two fingers here because I'm just getting a little bit further down into the temple, into that indentation. Good. So we're really focused on feel good face yoga today. So everything we're doing today is to help us really feel good. Okay, so next technique is going to make you feel good. If nothing else, it's going to make you laugh. So it's a really good one for helping with hooded eyes, hollows under the eyes, and also toning this muscle that surrounds the mouth. So you make an O shape with the mouth and wrap the lips around your teeth. Now you don't need to overstretch here, just very gently. Then you're going to place your two index fingers just on that little bone you can feel there underneath the eyes. You're going to look up to the ceiling and you're going to flutter your upper eyelids. So we're going, and as I say, don't worry if you laugh with this one. Now I want you to do this from a minimum of 30 seconds. So if you can go up to 1 minute, amazing. But we want to try and do this for at least 30 seconds. So fluttering those upper eyelids, really becoming aware of that area underneath the eyes. You want that to engage too. Keep fluttering, keep breathing. And relaxing down. Well done, and well done if you didn't laugh with that one too. So let's just tap around the eye area there, just waking up that area, just really feeling good. Breathing in, breathing out. And let's just tap the other way. And again, you can do this from up to 1 minute. Good. So in a minute, we're going to go on to the cheek area, do a really nice one for lifting and firming the cheek area. So this next one again is from my book, The Face Yoga Journal. So we're going to go like this. So it's a smile shape, but we're wrapping our lips around our teeth. So we're going, and you can see here, particularly with me, lines are created in this area. Now with face yoga, you don't want to see any lines created. We're doing the complete opposite. We're doing techniques which reduce lines. So use your fingers and just smooth those lines out in whatever way feels best for you. So I'm going to show you here. So by doing that, I'm smoothing the lines with my fingers by tautening the skin, but I'm also creating a little bit of resistance. We're then going to go back and come back to center again. So let's do that together. Good, keep lifting those lip corners up. Just take care if you've got any neck issues here. You don't want to overextend or put your neck back too quickly here. Let's do one more time. You really want to feel those cheek muscles lifting and toning. And slowly come back down. Amazing. So hopefully you're feeling the cheeks there, lifting, toning, strengthening, and you can just tap over the cheeks here, just waking up the skin, boosting the circulation, bringing all the fresh blood and nutrients and oxygen up to the skin surface. Good. Okay, so let's release a bit of tension from our jaw area now. So we're just going to take two fingers and we're just going to come here underneath the mouth, and we're just going to do a little circular action, and then we're just going to work all the way up the mouth area, so up the jaw area, sorry, all the way up. Now you feel this muscle here. Now as you massage into it, it might feel it's quite tight, you might feel it's quite knotted. Just working all the way up until you get to that area just underneath the ear. So you can just place your index fingers under the ear there and just massage in that point. So if you get a lot of jaw tension or perhaps you grind your teeth, This point, no doubt, will feel quite tight and tender. So just be gentle with yourself, be careful with yourself. And you can just have your lips together here and take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out through the nose. Long exhalation as you circle in the other direction. Good, and just bring your hands gently back down. So let's do a neck toning technique now. Again, I'm going to be showing you one from the Face Yoga Journal. So we're going to be placing a hand under the chin and place the other hand onto the collarbone. We're going to tilt the head back and we're going to say the word yum. Now you can do it silently, but that's the action we want to make. So we're strengthening the muscle around the mouth. You'll feel this lifting and toning the jaw, but you'll also feel this work in the platysma muscle at the front of the neck. This is a little bit of resistance with the hands here. So let's do this together now. Again, don't worry if you laugh. Good, and slowly bring yourself back down. So again, that can be done for up to 1 minute. And just do take care if you've got any neck issues. So let's just release our shoulders. We often hold so much tension in the shoulder area, particularly at times when we feel stressed, or perhaps we've been using screens a lot. So these shoulder rolls really help. So we're just going to do one more technique in a moment, and then I'm going to answer your questions. And no doubt I'll be demonstrating some more techniques as I go through your questions. So bring your shoulders to a nice neutral position and just tap. Tap here, tap over the face, surround the mouth and the cheeks, gently underneath the eyes, onto your temples and all the way over your forehead. Then rub your hands together, build up that warmth and that energy in the hands, that prana, that chi, and cup your hands just above your face. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Feel any tension really releasing now in your face. Keep your eyes closed for a moment as you bring your hands down into your lap. Just go back to that way that you felt at the beginning, that word that you used, that feeling you described. And just let that pass if it was something which isn't helpful for you, that doesn't serve you in this moment. And I just want you to repeat to yourself in your mind now 3 times. I feel happy, healthy, and relaxed. Wonderful, great. Okay guys, let me go back to the beginning and start to answer some of your questions. Let me have a look. A question here, can we reduce stubborn under eye bags and how much time does it take? Now, when it comes to eye bags, it really depends on why you've got those eye bags. So it may be because of stress, it may be because of diet, it may be because of genetics, it may be because of dehydration, it may be because you're rubbing that skin, perhaps you've got allergies, or you rub your eyes when you're stressed, or when you're removing your makeup, you're rubbing that very, very delicate area too much. It may be just a natural aging process. Maybe your collagen and elastin is breaking down quite quickly. Lots and lots of reasons why we can get under eye bags. So that means there's often lots of solutions to it. So of course you can do massage techniques. So you can do a lymphatic drainage technique using this ring finger here. That works really, really nicely because it means you're not dragging the skin. Now, if you do have under eye bags in this area, go really, really gentle. It's often tempting to go quite hard to sort of think, okay, I'm gonna get rid of these really, really quickly. But do this for 1 minute per day. That's going to really, really help. The other thing you want to do is strengthen this muscle around the eye. So there's one each side, it's almost like a ring muscle. It's called the orbicularis oculi muscle. And it is a muscle which we need to really work with strengthening and toning. So I really like eye movements for doing that. So I recommend you place either one or both hands on the forehead if you're prone to sort of overexpressing with your forehead area. And then just practice widening your eyes. So super simple at first, really engage that muscle. And then you can do side to side. Do that for about 20 to 30 seconds. You can then do up and down. So do those two techniques every day, the massage and the strengthening, and you should start to see some benefits within a week or two of doing that. However, I really do recommend you also look at lifestyle if you have got quite bad bags under the eyes. So first of all, making sure you're never dragging or rubbing that very delicate eye area. That's really, really important. Also making sure you're drinking lots of water. I know it's a boring one, I know we're told it quite a lot, but dehydration really affects this area underneath the eye. Also look at reducing down things like caffeine and alcohol and sugar. They all often affect our kidneys and liver, and this can often show up as bags under the eye area. So I really, really recommend that as well. Reducing stress, making sure we're sleeping 8 hours, all those basic things, but they all make a huge difference to the eye area. So hopefully that helps. Let's look what other questions we have got from you guys. Let me have a look. Okay, so we have got a question about, we've got a question, hello from Greece, hello from Albania. We've got two questions. We've got a question about number 11 line and a question about jowls. So let me show you how to reduce number 11 lines first of all. Now, I'm asked about number 11 lines a lot, and one of the big reasons we're getting number 11 lines, so this is these vertical lines we get here and here, is because of overexpression. We tend to pull this area in when we're worried, when we're anxious, when we're concentrating on something, when we're stressed. And over time, particularly as we age and the collagen and the elastin production, so those plumping agents in the middle layer of skin, that production tends to slow down. What you find is those lines etch into the skin much deeper than maybe they did when you were 20 years old. So one of the most important things you need to do is to relax this muscle. There's a muscle here called the procerus muscle. It goes up and it sort of fans into the forehead, into that frontalis muscle. So throughout the day, have a look in the mirror and notice, are you pulling this area in? Then you want to include a few techniques into your routine. So you want to sort of massage like this for 1 minute per day to really relax that area. If you've got lines that sort of go out to the side, you can move it to the side. That's relaxing the muscle. It's also helping to boost the blood circulation, helping with that subtle energy, that chi, that prana. So that'd be technique number 1. Technique number 2 is an acupressure on the third eye. Pressing here for about 30 seconds, then you can massage one way and then you can massage the other way. And again, you can do that. Hold for about 30 seconds, massage one way for about 30 seconds, massage the other way. That really helps, again, soften that area, help with any stagnant energy as well. Then you can also use your 2 fingers and gently press into the muscle and just try and release some tension by just separating the fingers there, and that works beautifully as well. And you can hold there for about 20 seconds and then do twice more. That works really well. And lastly, I would really say tune in to that area, that third eye area. It's very much linked to our intuition. So really use your intuition. Ask yourself, what am I feeling here? Why am I holding my tension here? What's the emotion that's stuck here? That really will help, because as soon as we acknowledge an emotion that's perhaps unhelpful or that isn't serving us any longer, it's much easier to let it pass. So perhaps it's a feeling of anxiety about something or anger about something. So I really would recommend just taking a bit of time, tuning to your intuition. You may want to get an amethyst crystal, you may want to just place it on that third eye area. That works really, really nicely as well. Hopefully that helps. So that's the question about number 11 lines, and there's a question about jowls as well. So the one I showed you earlier, where you're here, here, and going back. Great for the jowl area. Many of you that have been following me for a while, or anyone that does my Face Yoga Teacher Training Program, will know I love the Smile Smoother technique. So the Smile Smoother has two parts to it. It's very good for helping to reduce jowls. So we go O shape, wrap lips around the teeth, to smile shape and back again. So we're going just like this. And then hold that smile shape, lip corners lift up, index finger comes on to this area on the chin, acts as a little bit of resistance there, so push into the chin, and then we're scooping the jaw backwards. That one works beautifully, so hopefully that one helps you. Oh, hello, Jen from Scotland, from Ayrshire in Scotland, says she loves my new book. Thank you so much. Hello, hello everyone. It's so lovely to see you all. We have a question about marionette lines from one person, and a few other people are asking about cheek techniques. So I'm going to show you marionette lines and cheek techniques in one there. So marionette lines from here to here. So I would really recommend you do a daily massage to that area. Get the circulation going in that area. Start to encourage that natural production of the collagen and the elastin in that area. So I would place 2 fingers here and use your index finger from that area, massage up and then lift off. So you're working actually all the way up to that lovely acupressure point just there under the nose, which is really good for sinuses. And it's actually a renowned acupressure point there for helping to reduce eye bags, even though it's not in the eye area. So really good. And you can do that both sides. So that's the massage you want for marionette lines and also those nasal labial folds. Now, a lot of questions about the cheek area, which is also going to benefit those marionette lines, reducing those marionette lines. A technique, again, which you guys know that I love, but honestly, doing this one every day really helps to lift lots of the muscles we have in the cheek area. So we're going to puff the cheeks out full of air. Bring your index fingers here. You can see as I do that, little lines are created here, and you don't want to have any lines created. So use your fingers and just smooth over that area. So we're like this, and then we're going to tap. Now, you're really important to breathe in and out through the nose with this. And the other side, so we're doing 15 to 30 seconds each side. So the lovely thing about the tapping is you're helping with the circulation as well. You're helping to get glowing skin as well as strengthening the muscle. Wonderful. Okay, so hopefully that answers all of your questions about the cheek area as well. Let me have a look. Lots of other questions here. Hello from France. Bonjour. So nice to see you all. Okay. So Jessie, hello, is asking about crow's feet. So those little lines we can get in this area here. So we've got to be really, going back to what I said earlier, we've got to be really careful with this area around the eyes. It's very, very delicate, and that's why we can often find that it ages very quickly, because that skin is very, very thin around that area. So I'd recommend 2 things. I recommend you do some tapping around this area. That works beautifully. And then you can tap all the way around the other way. So you can do that about 30 seconds each way there. That works really nicely for crow's feet. The other one you can do is you can do either the V or the mini V. So anyone that does my teacher training course will know about the V and the mini V. If you have got my first book, Danielle Collins Face Yoga, you may be a regular of doing the mini V. So let me show you that one. So we've got the 2 middle fingers just here and here. Index fingers here. We're going to half close the eyes, Feel that little shake or that little pulse. Just where your index fingers are, you're sort of half squeezing the eyes and release. So half squeeze and release, half squeeze and release, and just keep that going. So lovely for helping to strengthen this part of the muscle to reduce crow's feet. And then you can hold with that half close. Hold for about 20 seconds, breathe in and out through the nose, relax the rest of the face, ground your feet into the floor, lengthen up through the spine, and then gently release back down. Wonderful. Okay, guys, let me see. One last question. Hello from Mongolia. So nice to see you all. Okay, I'm going to take one last question before we finish for the day. Hi from Iran. Okay, last question from Fly in the Blue Sky. Love your username, by the way. Exercise for double chin, please. Okay, so when it comes to double chin, we can't spot reduce the fat. So it's always worth working out. Is your double chin to do with excess fat in that area, or is it more like fluid accumulation? So often if it's to do with excess fat, it's to do with then overall weight loss through healthy eating, healthy exercise. If you're finding that it's fluid accumulation in that area, or it's just a build-up of sort of saggy skin and the muscles starting to become a little bit weaker, you can certainly use face yoga for it. So I'm going to show you one which is really good if you've got a lot of fluid build-up there, and I'm going to show you another one which is good for helping to tone and lift and define the muscle. So actually let's do the tone and lift and define the muscle first. So we're going to turn the head to one side, tilt the chin up, bring your lips together, bring the tip of the tongue up and down towards the roof of the mouth. So let's do 30 this side and we'll do 30 the other side. So you feel it working under here. Good, I'm going to turn to the other side. Please do take care if you've got any neck issues. Don't overextend your neck in any way. Lips together, tip of the tongue comes up and down towards the roof of the mouth, about a rate of 1 per second. Good, okay, and just come back to center. So that's your facial exercise to do. And then you can do facial massage. Just bring your fingers into this position and really just work into this area. It just helps with any excess fluid build up there. It really helps with just define the chin. Use your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Just double checking, yeah, lovely. Just working there, again, up to 1 minute. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's live. Next week, I'm going to be going live 5 times. So Tuesday, I'm going to be going live at 12 o'clock UK time with the lovely facialist Nicola Joss. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday at 5 o'clock UK time, I am going to be going live each evening, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through some of the key techniques in my book, The Face Yoga Journal. So what I'm going to do is do each day a different section from my book. So I'm going to just show you how the book looks, because I know lots of you have been asking. So you've got beautiful techniques in there, you've got space for journaling, place to record where you do your face yoga. You get 52 techniques in there. You get wellness advice, you get skincare advice, there's crystals, there's chakras, there's all of that good stuff. So each day next week I'm going to do one day I love your face, one day I lift your face, one day soothe your face. So I'm going to be doing certain sections from this book each day live next week. So come and join me with that. You can get this book on Amazon. You can get lots of good bookstores as well. It's out now in the UK. It's pre-order for next Tuesday. It's launch day, yay, for the rest of the world. It's a gorgeous companion whether you want to get started with face yoga and learn new techniques. If you feel that you sometimes lack a bit of motivation, maybe if you feel that you just want to track your progress a bit more with face yoga, maybe you want to delve a little bit deeper into the wellness techniques surrounding the Danielle Collins face yoga method, it is a great, lovely, lovely book. It was really written deep from my soul, so I love it, and I hope you guys do too. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you've enjoyed face yoga. Last question there, what is the difference between my two books? Let me quickly do that before I go. So this is my first book, guys, Danielle Collins Face Yoga. So with this book, you have got lots of different face yoga techniques, and it all works different areas of the face, and there's also a section on problem areas, and you do have some nice little tips on things like what to eat and some yoga poses and everything. So a great sort of little go-to face yoga book there. My new book is much more interactive. So yes, you do have 52 face yoga techniques in there, but you do have plenty of space for other things. So let me show you a bit closer here. Look, so we have each week for 52 weeks, it takes you through a full year, so it's much more sort of structured there. You have a theme for each week. You have your face yoga technique there. You have a weekly wellness hack. You have space to write your positive word for each day, for the week, the way you want to feel this week, your reason for doing face yoga this week. You have a lovely inspirational quote for you. And then for every single day of each week, you have space to fill in there your intention for the day. So it's really lovely to fill in what you want that day at the beginning of each day. When you did your face yoga practice, so you can record, did you do it morning or evening? Which areas of the face did you work on? So they may be techniques you've used in this book, or it may be techniques that you used in my other book. Both workbooks work beautifully together. They both work really well individually too. And it's a place to write down your gratitudes too. And then at the end of each week, you can write what went well this week, what didn't go so well this week as well. And then it takes you on to another technique. And the beginning of each of what I call the 4 seasons, you have some crystals and some chakras and a mantra to use, and it really shows how to link it all in. So it's a really, really lovely companion to have sort of throughout your year with face yoga, but they both work so beautifully together. You can get them both on Amazon, and you'll see how they really sort of link well together, but they also work really well individually too. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a really lovely day. I will save this live so you can re-watch it. Lots of love. Bye bye.